Last week I took just 2 trades, EURUSD and GBPUSD, and together they gave me over 20 RR. I'll show you everything, the concept I used, the chart, and the outcome. Let's break it down. I forecasted these trades before it happened on my Discord community. If you don't want to miss setups like this, make sure to join the Discord server from the link in the description. Now let's break down GU first from Monday to Friday. Let me remove the drawings. So we reanalyzing. So I can show you how I took these trades. Monday we had this uptrend bullish move. I knew this high, Asian high, was broken. We also can consider it an inducement, but this is broken. So we are looking for the nearest demand that broke this one. We have a couple demands here. This is the first one, which is the extreme one. We have another one, which is over here. No, wait. This one. It was this one. Because it has also imbalance. Now, we want to look for supply. Always there is a supply and demand. Price always mitigates either supply or demand. So over here, we can see price took a lot of liquidity from this area. Let me turn off the magnet. These are triple tops. Price induced the triple tops or liquidity build up to mitigate a supply. We can refine this supply on 5 minutes. Maybe not now. Let's move on. Anyway, when price induced first took liquidity, this built up liquidity, then induced into the supply, but I could not find any entry opportunity because on lower time frame, this is the Monday mitigation. Our break of structure would have been here. The only problem was there was no imbalance. This imbalance was filled. I think I took this one. Something like this. When I saw the price only covering up or mitigating the small imbalance, then broke structure, I was thinking that this will either become liquidity or never coming back to this area. Of course, there was another opportunity like here, but there is one problem. As you can see, this was built-in liquidity. This is built up, so I was expecting an inducement, but it didn't happen. So I missed this one. As you can clearly see, this one would have backed another 10 RR. Now let's move on to Tuesday. On Tuesday, and price mitigated the demand we have marked. We can't know if this demand will hold or not. So I used EDM. Like as you can see, let me remove this demand. So EDM, this was making a lower low while we were mitigating this demand. So I knew there is a high probability that this demand would hold. The most important question to ask is how did it mitigate it? We have let me show you on 5 minutes. On 5 minutes, as you can see, we had a build up. This is a build up, not a strong inducement. I would call this one inducement, but we had minor build ups over here. just like this one. Let's go to 1 minute to see it better. As you can see, let me mark the high of this build up. Just mirror it like this. As you can see, we had here liquidity build up, then induced into mitigation of the demand. I was waiting for this high to be broken, so I can look for a trade, but it never broke this high. Instead, it created another build up. Build up, then inducement into the demand again. We have our first change of character or break of structure. Call it how you like it. This is our my demand. Stop loss was around there, 2.4 bips or 2.5 bips. It doesn't really matter. Let me show you where I target. Let me show you where was my take profit. Let's go to 5 minutes. Here we can see in strong move down, induced this low, or you can say broke this low. We had here two supplies, the seasonal supply and the extreme one. My original TP was here, but I figured this supply will be hit. It might take more than uh, more than a day, so I figured I should target lower. So I take profit at around there, 11.2 R. 11.2 R. This was easy, but it took a lot of time waiting like 8 hours for only this trade. But it's okay. We got 11.2 R. Now we are at Wednesday. On Wednesday, we had supply mitigated. Wait. Uh, Mitigated at the tip, not fully. But when London opened and not the first hour, the second hour, we had fully mitigation, also induced Asian high. My thought process was that there was no valid demand to hold this price. I was thinking it will take a liquidity from these lows. So I went to 1 minute at this time. After mitigation, I was waiting at least this low to be broken. It looked at it, but not broken. Then price went again, took some kind of liquidity from this high. Then the real break of structure happened here. I actually set limit order on this one, but missed it. I did not see it when it did not mitigate. I just let it go. Let's move on. On Thursday, price was much simpler than Wednesday. We had only a valid demand over here, which was mitigated during Asian session. Let's go look at the 5 minute. What are we looking? You may ask. I'm looking for build up, which we have here. This is the build up, and this also this one you can call it inducement to the upside. Then went down, mitigated the demand. which confused me, so I stayed away. I was waiting for London Open. After London Open, I marked this demand on 5 minutes. This demand is valid. Why you ask? Because it broke structure. It had imbalance. I was waiting for the price to come back at least and mitigate this one, but price never came back. On New York session, uh, price came back to this demand. I actually saw this one. I didn't take it, and I was kind of busy, so I missed it. We have our first mitigation. First, we have a build up. This time, I mark it from above because we have two touches. Then we mirror the trend line. As you can see, we have build up inducement into the mitigation. No, it did not wicked. I thought for a second this low was wicked. Anyway, inducement into the mitigation. We had same process, break of structure. This would have been our demand to trade off. No, it actually wicked. I wasn't there, so I did not trade it. But this week is too weak to kid you out. Let's say you set a limit order over here. You at least make your stop loss 2 pip below the demand. This would have been a winner. Anyway, uh, let's go to Friday. Don't get me started with Friday. Friday was like this. Let's go to Euro USD. I don't want to make this video longer than it should be, so I will go over EU really fast. In case you have questions, ask in the comments or join my Discord community. Thank you. On Monday, there was no trade, so move on. On Tuesday, we had Asian session taking liquidity this time. It took this high, so we will go 5 minutes and see. On 5 minutes, I had this idea, but first let me show you what price did to trap many traders. Price built up liquidity, then induced Asian low. This is a minor inducement. So many traders thought this inducement will take this price and break the or take liquidity the Asian high, because everyone thinks that, let's say, this is Asian session. It is creating liquidity. Then it takes liquidity from the below. So many traders think now that liquidity from the Asian low is taken, the price will go up and take Asian high liquidity. But this is just one scenario. It will not happen as you think often, because the only reason that this scenario won't happen is because Asian session itself took liquidity from yesterday's high. So it does not make sense to take liquidity from Asian high. Anyways, I was looking for this 5 minute. Let me turn on the magnet. This 5 minute supply to be mitigated, so I can trade it. All this looked like liquidity, so that's how I missed this one. No, this didn't. I did not take this one. I was just marking it. Anyway, let's go to the next day. Wednesday, Frankfurt time price mitigated this demand. As you can see, let me mark it so you can see it clearly. Inducement, because we have a trend line like price action, build up, then induced into demand mitigation, then price broke the structure again. I was looking for this demand to be mitigated, but actually price mitigated this demand on timing, as you can see. As soon as I realized this one, price already gone, so no trade today. Let's see what happened on Wednesday. Wednesday we had this long candle breaking this high. So this is considered either inducement or break of structure. We had this demand. Price never came back or mitigated this demand. But if we added another candle, we can see there was a mitigation. Let me show you how I managed to get into this one. As you can see, price was making higher high, higher low. First mitigated this one. This I cannot call it a build up because it has a clean imbalance, clean move. This one you can call it a build up of liquidity. As you can see, very close, very close candles. Induced. This one is Victor candle. The last candle before up move. This one is a Victor candle that mitigated this demand. So we had a higher high, higher low, mitigated the demand, then broke structure again. Now you would ask me, how did I know that this demand would hold? How did I know that this demand would hold? After mitigation, I was looking for another trade. This week on 1 minute, I will show you in a bit. How did I know that this demand would hold? Easy, EDM. Actually, it was not EDM. This was a LED. It retested this line, so it was a red, LED, LED. Price made a higher high, then came back to mitigate this demand. Let's go to 5 minutes. I mean 1 minute. Let's go to 1 minute. After mitigating the 5 minute demand zone, we had a 1 minute break of structure. Price and built liquidity into the mitigation into this candle is a Victor candle, so we can consider this one inducement. But again, the price kept kept and creating more liquidity. I just held it, then made another break of structure. As you can see, we had multiple entries here. The first one I took, second, third, maybe there was a, yes, there was a fourth one, as you can see. But this one is news. Probably you would have been stopped out. I don't know. Anyways, I waited until this high is broken. Then I set my break even. It never got into it, so I kept holding. I held this trade up to this supply, which earned me 9 RR. You may ask why this supply, because there is possibility that this supply may hold. Let me show you on 15 minutes. This supply was the start of this whole move, as you can see. Broke structure, it has a imbalance. So I targeted, I take profit on this supply. So that's it for this week. If you add this one to the other trade from GBPUSD, it will add up to 20 risk reward. If you are learning and want to improve step by step, you are in the right place. I offer mentorship for serious traders. But if you are not ready, no problem. I'll keep sharing free content to help you grow. Join the Discord if you want to be around others who take this seriously.